Hi everyone, I'm Jim Kubrimst and welcome to review of the Great Southern Trendkill, the 8th record by the band Pantera. Today we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the release. Decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. My story with this band is quite simple. My older siblings were massive fans of their music, and back in the year 2000-2001 they had all of their records on cassette tapes and I would listen to them. I also have some vivid memories seeing music videos of Walk, Drag the Waters and Revolution Is My Name on the TV back then. So I've been a fan of this band for over 25 years and I wanted to review this record because I feel like it's a little bit underrated. We've got the classic lineup of the band here with Phil Anselmo on the vocals, Dimebag Darrell on guitars and backing vocals, Rex Brown on the bass and backing vocals, and Vinnie Paul, Dimebag's brother, on the drums and backing vocals. We also have two guests here, Ross Carpelman doing keyboards on some of the songs, and Seth Putnam, the mastermind behind the Anal Kant project, lending some of his vocal expertise on 4 of the songs. The production is tight and it was handled by Terry Date, the same dude who did most of Deftones' discography. It's clean but heavy, it has clarity and punch to it, it still sounds great to this very day, no loudness or no clipping, just the way I like it. Message is diverse. At the time the band's vocalist Phil was going through serious heroin addiction, so most of the songs speak about his struggles because of that, but some other topics he talks about here are fame, selling out, following trends and how him and his band hate that mentality, the media, floods, atrocities of mankind, environment, etc. I urge you to read the lyrics by yourself. Structure of the tracks is between basic and advanced. Usually we've got an intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, which usually is consisted of 2 to 4 different segments with at least one guitar solo, and then they either go back to the chorus or go straight to the outro. When it comes to the music genre, the Great Southern Trendkill is an experimental release where the band retains their classic groove metal sound, but they also add lots of influences from thrash metal, death metal and even some nu metal thrown in here and there. Now we can talk about the musicianship. Let's start with Vinnie Paul, the drummer. His playing is tight, I love his double bass work, the speed, the precision of his playing, the grooves. Also his fantastic usage of the cowbell. Great work, rest in peace. Next we've got Rex on the bass, and well, the bass is audible, sometimes he follows the guitars and sometimes he goes off his own to create his own grooves, and that's commendable. Then we've got the Dimebag Darrell and his timeless guitar playing. He does a lot of groovy riffs here intertwined with those more thrashier, faster ones, but what sets him apart from the other guitarists is his originality and the memorable, fantastic guitar solos. This record, at least to me, has some of his best guitar solo stuff, and even that he's been gone for so long, you can still feel his soul in this music. Rest in peace, legend. Last but not least, we've got the vocal performance of Phil, and his screaming, shouting, yelling, growling and singing here is just perfect. I especially enjoy his high shrieking here. Some people say that it's just Seth Putnam doing those, but it's actually also Phil. You can feel how tortured and emotional his voice is throughout this release. Now we can finally rate the individual songs. The album opens up with the title track, The Great Southern Trendkill, and this one has a fantastic intro. Just screaming like boo, 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 boo. And then the main guitar riff comes up. Fantastic vocal performance, the guitar riffs, the bass lines, the drumming also slaps. I love the guitar solo here. It has character and grit to it. This entire song is a classic, 10 out of 10. War Nerve, another banger. I'm actually mad at how underrated this song is. As you may know, I do Doom MIDI covers on my channel, and a couple of years ago when I started, I wanted to Doomify this song because for some reason no one has done it before. Why? It's a classic. So you can find War Nerve Doomified on my channel. This track, I love its main groove, that main guitar riff. Wow! The vocal performance is also top-notch, same as the guitar solo and everything else. One of the highlights of this release and one of the best songs from this band, 11 out of 10. Drag the Waters was released as a single with a music video and it's also a banger. It's almost as good as Warner. I love the cowbell. Drag the water some more, like never before. The entire song is a classic as well, 10 plus out of 10. Tense might be the most nu metalish song from Pantera. I love the dark atmosphere of this one, how sad but at the same time mysterious it is. It's beautiful. The vocal performance is yet again off the charts and I just love the guitar solo here. It's actually my favorite guitar solo from Pantera. I know, people prefer the flats or cemetery gates, but I just love this song with all of my heart. It's my favorite Pantera track. My skin is cold, transfusion with somebody, morose and old. My foes, they can destroy my body, colliding slow, like life itself. Perfect vocal performance and instrumental work all the way, 12 out of 10. 13 Steps to Nowhere. I actually have a fun fact about this one. When I was like 5 years old, this was my favorite song for some reason, I don't know why. Don't get me wrong, it's a perfect track, but it's not my favorite of this release. Still, I love its more groovier and slower nature, and that moment with 13 steps. Memorable stuff, 10 out of 10. Suicide Note Part 1. This is a ballad, and you might hate me for this, but I feel like this is the weakest song of this release. I do enjoy Dimebag's guitar playing here and the vocal performance is okay, but overall I feel like this song doesn't have the energy and the intensity of everything else. I understand why it's here, it's supposed to be a palate cleanser to prepare you for the second part of the release, which is going to be filled with constant heavy bangers. But still, to me it's just a good song, everything else is better on this release, 7 out of 10. Suicide Note Part 2, this is my third favorite song of this release, period. The energy, the intensity, the vocal performance here is off the charts. This actually might be the best vocal performance from Phil Anselmo ever. The guitar riffs are so original and they sound new school even to this very day. And that cool break. This song for sure should be more celebrated because every single section here, it just slaps. It's beautiful. 11 out of 10. Living Through Me has Wrath. This is the most thrashy song on the release. It's fast, it's heavy, it's straight to the point. I love the grooves here and the vocal performance. The only weaker part is that middle section that's very slow, calms you down. I don't know why it's here. I don't mind it, but it slightly disrupts the flow of the song. Besides that, this is a classic, 10 out of 10. Bloods is one of the most recognizable Pantera songs, at least recently. Apparently it became like a hit on TikTok or something. I'm sorry guys, but I'm almost 30 and I don't use TikTok, so I don't know anything about that. What I do know is that this song is a classic. The atmosphere throughout the entire song is one of a kind. Dimebag's guitar solo here is one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. But what's even better is that outro. That outro sounds so nostalgic and beautiful at the same time. I don't have anything else to add, 12 out of 10. The underground in America has that playful tone to it. Fantastic guitar playing as usual, same with the drumming and the bass lines. The vocals are just so good, the screaming, just everything. This is another classic track, one of the highlights of this release, 10 plus out of 10. And the final track, Reprise, Sandblasted Skin. This one actually might be responsible for the gen genre. I know they were apparently more inspired by Meshuggah, but just listen to that breakdown in this song. Bom pom pom pow pom 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 pow pom 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 pow wow wow. That's like a classic genty riff. It's also tuned so low. But leaving that aside, this is another banger. I love the groovier parts, the vocal performance, the main guitar riff. Wow 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 wow. I wonder if the fade out in this song is supposed to represent something. Maybe it's like the groove metal genre is fading away in people's memory, and then at the end when the song comes back, it's like the genre returns to be alive. That's just my interpretation, you don't have to agree with it. Still, I must agree with people that adding that fade out and fade in is a little bit too much, it shouldn't be there. The song is a classic though, 10 out of 10. And now let's talk about the two songs Pantera recorded in 1997 for their live album Proof 101, I think. These songs are very underrated and I don't see people talking about them, so I wanted to include them in this review. Where You Come From, this one is like over 5 minutes, it has that classic Cowboys from Hell vibe to it. It's just so playful and happy, but it's also cool at the same time. I love the main guitar riff, the guitar solo slaps as well, and the vocal performance is great. It's not the best song from this one, but you shouldn't sleep on it, 9 out of 10. And I can't hide, this one is special because it has a punk rock aesthetic to it. It's very fast, straight to the point, only 2 minutes long, and it's one of the most underrated Pantera songs ever. It just has that intensity and energy to it. It sounds beautiful from beginning to the end. If you haven't heard it before, I urge you to check it out, 10 plus out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is ideal, replayability. Yeah, this is a legendary record, one of the best from Pantera. They haven't tapped this one, and sadly after the brothers passing they will never do. But I'm glad that they've recorded this stuff, it's like a gift to mankind. The highlights for me are Tense, Flats, War Nerve, The Underground in America, Living Through Me, Suicide Note Part 2, Drag the Waters, and the title song, also Sandblasted Skin. The entire record is just perfect, and it's really hard for me to understand how in 1996 there were people who did not enjoy this release. Because usually when a band says they're going to more darker and brutal direction, they are lying. Pantera did not lie, this is their most heaviest release and the most interesting one. And I just don't understand the public perception, because usually when a band delivers something heavier, people are happy. In this case, some of them were not, and that's weird to me. Anyways, this is a classic. Celebrate your sleep by spending the effort today, it deserves your love and attention. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe, follow me on my Instagram in the description. Check out my Doom MIDI cover of Tense, which I've posted today for the anniversary as well. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters who graciously sponsor these videos, you're truly wonderful. You can also join them if you want, so I can make an album review, Doom MIDI cover, video of your choice. See you next time, bye!